Hello students, today we will start the spherical mirrors. Spherical mirrors, and we know that spherical mirrors are two types. Number first, concave mirror, and then second, convex mirror. Now, start about the spherical mirrors. Consider a hollow glass sphere being cut by a plane, and now this plane is AB. Now listen, the section APB. Now listen carefully. The section APB cut by the plane forms a part of sphere and is known as spherical surface. That means the surface APB is called the spherical surface. If either side of this spherical surface is silvered, then we get a spherical mirror. Now because suppose this is APB, this is APB, the surface APB, this is APB, this is the surface APB. Now in this surface there are two surface. Number first inside inward surface, then another outward surface. That means bulging out surface and other bulging in surface. Now a spherical mirror is a reflecting surface which forms part of a hollow sphere. This is the definition of spherical mirrors. I repeat, a spherical mirror is a reflecting surface which forms part of a hollow sphere. Now spherical mirrors are of two types. Number first, concave mirror. This is the concave mirror. Now a spherical mirror in which outer bulged surface, this is the outer bulged surface. A spherical mirror in which the outer bulged surface is silvered polished and the reflection of light takes place from the inner hollow surface. That means this is the silvered surface, that is bulging out surface is the silvered surface, and bulging in surface is the reflecting surface. That means, I repeat again, a spherical mirror in which the outer bulged surface is silvered polished and the reflection of light takes place from the inner hollow surface is called a concave mirror. Now next, convex mirror. Now convex mirror, a spherical mirror in which the inner hollow surface is silvered. That means this is inner hollow surface is silvered polished and the reflection of light takes place from the outer bulge surface is called a convex mirror. You can see the diagrams and you can understand that in this mirror the bulging in surface is the reflecting surface and bulging out surface is the silvered surface. But in convex mirror, bulging in surface is silvered surface and bulging out surface is the reflecting surface. Now we will discuss about the some important definition regarding to the spherical mirror. We know that spherical mirrors are two types. Now we will discuss about the some important definition regarding to the spherical surface. Suppose this is a hollow sphere and now AB is a plane. That means consider a hollow glass sphere being cut by a plane. The section APB cut by this plane, that is AB, is called the spherical surface. And now if either side of this surface is silvered, we get a spherical mirror. In this diagram, APB is a spherical surface and the bulging out surface is silvered. That means this is the silvered surface, that is bulging out surface is the silvered surface and bulging in surface is the reflecting surface. That means the phenomena of reflection of light takes place inner surface of this spherical surface. That means this is a concave mirror, because in concave mirror, listen again, in concave mirror bulging out surface is the silvered surface and bulging in surface is the reflecting surface. So this mirror, that means this mirror is a concave mirror. Now we will start the definitions. Number first, pole. Number first, pole, that is point P. it is the middle point P of the spherical mirror. That means the middle point P of the spherical mirror is called the pole of the mirror. Now next center of curvature. Center of curvature, that is C. Center of curvature C, that is, it is the center C of the sphere of which the mirror forms a part. Again, I repeat again, point C is called the center of curvature. It is the center C of the sphere of which the mirror forms a part. Now next, radius of curvature CP, that is this is CP. Okay, CP, radius of curvature. Radius of curvature represented by capital R. That means CP is equal to R, radius of curvature of the mirror. That is, it is the radius, that is R, is equal to AC of the sphere of which the mirror forms a part. Now next, principal axis. This is this line. The line joining the center of curvature and the pole is called the principal axis. That means the line PC. The line PC passing through the pole and the center of curvature of the mirror is called its principal axis. Now next, linear aperture. Linear aperture, this is linear aperture, that is AB. AB is the linear aperture, that is, it is the diameter AB. It is the diameter AB of the circular boundary of the spherical mirror. That is, this is the circular boundary of the spherical mirror and this is diameter AB. That is, it is the diameter AB of the circular boundary of the spherical mirror. That means the diameter AB of the circular boundary of the spherical mirror is called the linear aperture. Now next, angular aperture. Now angular aperture, it is the angle, that is ACB. Now it is the angle ACB subtended by the boundary of the spherical mirror. Subtended by the boundary of the spherical mirror at its center of curvature C. That means again, angular aperture. Angular aperture, that is, this is the angle ACB. The angle ACB subtended by boundary of the spherical mirror at its center of curvature is called angular aperture. Now next, focal length. First of all, now focus. Focus we can understand by this diagram. This diagram. Now listen, a narrow beam of light parallel to the principal axis. This is the parallel to the principal axis. This is the narrow beam of light and it is parallel to the principal axis. Either actually converges to or appear to diverge from a point F on the principal axis after reflection from the spherical mirror. This point is called principal focus of the mirror. Listen very carefully. In case of concave mirror, the focus will be a real focus, but in case of a convex mirror, the focus will be a virtual focus. Now listen again. A narrow beam of light parallel to the principal axis. This is parallel to the principal axis. Either actually converges, that is this point in this diagram. The reflected light rays are actually meeting at that point. That is, this point is called F. That is focus of the mirror. But in convex mirror appears to diverge from a point F on the principal axis after reflection from the spherical mirror, and this point is called principal focus of the mirror. Now important definition, that is focal length. It is the distance between the focus and the pole of the mirror. The distance between the pole and the focus of the mirror is called focal length. Now next important, focal plane. Focal plane, the vertical plane passing through the principal focus and perpendicular to the principal axis. That means just like this plane will be just like this. That means passing through the principal focus and perpendicular, that is, this is perpendicular, 90-degree angle perpendicular to the principal axis is called the focal plane. Now these are the some important definition regarding to the spherical mirrors. Okay, now in the next video we will discuss about the sign convention and some basic rules for image formation by the spherical mirror. Okay, thank you.